last year alone, 15.98 million people visited Disneyland. Don't you want to go somewhere where all your childhood fantasies come to life? Disneyland is definitely a place you need to go. Throughout this speech, I will explain to you how Disneyland was founded, what it has to offer, and California Adventure. First is how and when Disneyland was founded. According to Monica J. Rubin in her online article titled Founding Disneyland, an Entrepreneurial Milestone, Walt Disney envisioned a well-maintained, family-friendly park where families could go to make their fantasies become realities. In the beginning, no one thought he could pull it off. Even his brother refused to spend company funds on the project. But eventually he got their support, and on July 21st, 1954, in Anaheim, California, they began construction. Less than a year later, on July 21st, 1955, Disneyland opened to the public, and after the first 10 years to its opening day, over 50 million people had visited. Next is what Disneyland is made up of. The Wikipedia Encyclopedia entry, titled Disneyland, says that Disneyland sits on 160 acres of land and is made up of 7 different sections. When you first enter Disneyland, the first section you see is Main Street, USA, modeled after a 20th century Midwest town. Adventureland is the next section and was made to look like an exotic tropical place in a far-off region of the world. The next section, New Orleans Square, is modeled to be 19th century New Orleans. Frontierland was made to recreate the setting of the pioneer days on the American frontier. Next is Cradle Country, which opened as Bear Country and was later renamed in 1988. Mickey's Toontown is the next and most recent land in Disneyland. It was modeled to look like the Los Angeles suburb of Toontown in the movie Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Mickey's Toontown is also where you can find the homes of some of our favorite Disney characters, including Mickey, Minnie, Goofy, and Donald. Tomorrowland was modeled after the retro future illustrations by Jules Verne. The last section of Disneyland is Fantasyland. At first, Fantasyland was made to look like a medieval European fairground, but was changed into a Bavarian village in 1983. Surrounding Disneyland is a Disneyland Railroad. The railroad consists of 5 trains that make scheduled stops in New Orleans Square, Toontown, and Tomorrowland. Finally, for those of you who want a little more out of your trip, there's California Adventure. Betsy Mallet, in her online article titled Family Guide Disneyland, Disneyland, California, wrote that the California Adventure is located directly across from Disneyland and opened on February 8, 2001. It was created not to compete with Disneyland, but to enhance the visitor's experience. Because most of its rides are considered thrill rides, California Adventure is more teen and adult-oriented, but it can still be fun for all ages. This park was made to pay tribute to California. Because of this, it is considered culturally enlightening, which is appealing more to adults. California Adventure is a little bit smaller than Disneyland, but it too is divided into different lands. A Bugs Land, Hollywood Pictures Backlot, Golden State, Paradise Pier, and Sunrise Plaza. Also, for just a little extra, you can get a park hopper pass that allows you to switch between parks throughout the day. I told you how Disneyland was founded, what it has to offer, and what else you can do to get a little more out of the trip. Now it's time for you to make your trip to the infamous Disneyland. Will you be one of the 15 million people who go to Disneyland next year?